Shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Knows in the gospel by lifting up the standard of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just a quick lesson through the Spirit. Actually, I was going to play this video, but they was mentioning some controversial things about the Icky Vicky and, you know, the new thing, or the thing that's been on the horizon for the last 3 years. And you know how shishy these algorithms are here on YouTube. So, you know, just to play it safe, I'm not going to play the video, which is a 1 minute and 35-second clip. It says, in New York, appeals on quarantine camps. They are coming into your homes to take your children, your spouses, and your parents because, matter of fact, let me, hold up. Let's look this up real quick. Because I heard some things about it, about how they wanted to put people into these particular camps if they were like sick or things like that. You know, they've been trying to do that for some time. Even during the first time they was talking about this, and of course they got to do, you know, disinformation shit. But it says New York State appeals court ruling that overturns quarantine regulations, but they're still going for it because this is not the only time that they overturned the shit. They're still talking about it, you know. And it says viral video claims New York setting up quarantine camps for the you know what. All right, I'm not going to play the video, but of course Esau, you know, he likes to hide his wickedness in plain sight. But dude, it is what it is. We know what you're trying to do. You know, so it says, have you seen videos claiming New York City is setting up quarantine camps to forcibly detain people who may have the you know what? It says it's an incredibly popular topic right now across several social media platforms like TikTok, Facebook, but it's simply not true. That's bullshit, man, because they were just talking about it, you know? And I'm not going to even watch this video. But, of course, Esau Edom is trying to do away. He's lying in plain sight because, I mean, clearly they were speaking about it, you know? But just to show you that the time we coming in, they will set up FEMA camps. They already have FEMA camps activated in America. Okay, just waiting on the right crisis, the right event, when they're going to send the Gestapo troops into these inner cities and flood you jakes, man. Because that's what it's going to boil down to. They're going to start putting hell on you jakes. Because they already got a pre-authorized use for next month for the spike of the FLU season. And you know that every little particular illness that comes down, they're going to blame it on this madness right here. So they can be justified on throwing you in these camps. And that's one reason why you have these migrants here on your streets, which I believe that in Chicago, I believe that they are giving these citizens or these migrants power of law enforcement to enforce over the citizens here in the United States, which is going to lead into a big plethora of events, man. Okay, it's going to lead into a lot of chaos, a lot of tyranny, a lot of rising up, a lot of insurrections. It's going to lead to all that, man. Okay, because for the simple fact, this is the time of the Lord's judgment. You see? So, you look up FEMA camps. FEMA camps in the USA. And, of course, they try to write it off like conspiratorial. But regardless of that, this is what Esau wants to do, man. Okay, this is a video. It says FEMA camps and maps, untold truth of FEMA camps, death barges, jails up in hurricane victims, martial law, kill plans, unicorn. You know, when you read in the Communist Manifesto, or you read into going to 1984, you know, you're going to Behold the Pale Horse, the Rex 84 plan, all these particular provisions that Esau Edom has set up to house Jake is actually on their book. Because think about it, when you have a time of judgment or a time of hell breaking loose on the planet Earth, you think they're just going to let citizens run rampant and do what the hell they want to do? Okay, that's highly unlikely. So the whole thing about FEMA camps or concentration camps is not far-fetched. And they show you that in that, it was a movie called The Siege. I believe Denzel Washington played in it when they showed basically those people being bused to like this stadium area. You know, it was like a football stadium and a baseball stadium, and they was putting like these barbed wire fence up, and people was pretty much locked inside these detention centers in case they was infected, you know. They showed you that in the video games, The Last of Us, you know, Resident Evil games, like most post-apocalyptic games and movies, they show you the concept of FEMA prisons, okay? 10 days left to apply for FEMA Region 10 Youth Preparedness Camp. Interesting. FEMA camp locations. Let's see what this says here. I don't know how true this is, but, and I just clicked on it, but allegedly these are supposed to be the camps. Now, I don't know how true this is, but this doesn't surprise me. Okay, Fort Leavenworth makes sense, right? Military base. You got what they call Whiteman Air Force Base, which is literally like an hour outside of Kansas City, hour and a half, I believe. Topeka, Kansas, which that's like literally less than an hour from where it's an hour from here. You know, and I'm not saying this is an actual FEMA camp right here, but I'm not saying that these are, but it's funny because FEMA camp locations, Google my maps, and who knows, man. But it says list of detention camps, temporary detention centers, and Department of Justice internment camps. Okay, it says permanent detention camps held in internees from March 1942 until their closing in 1945 and 1946, which I believe a lot of these really were decommissioned, but then again, who knows if they haven't reopened them or not. Okay, because all this is going back to World War II, when, you know, what happened with that whole ordeal with those alleged people being housed and stuff like that, and then you had the Japanese. But it says Gila River, Arizona, Hart Morning, Wyoming, Jerome, Arkansas, sound like a nigga, Manizar, California, okay, Minidoka, Idaho, Poston, aka Colorado River, Rawa, Arkansas, Topaz. And I won't be surprised if some of these are still, the buildings or the structures are still intact, because they knew that during this time they was going to have to put people in these facilities. And the scriptures goes into this, man. All right, this ain't no goddamn conspiracy theory or all this other bullshit. Okay, because FEMA is broken up into 10 regions, first of all. And for emergency preparedness and all this stuff, they have to have facilities and camps that they have to use to put in captivity people who they deem to be a threat, man. Okay, even people that speak out against the New World Order. This is where they want to house them. Okay, because you got 10 FEMA regions, which the scriptures say the 10th part of the Babylon fell, which that's talking about all Babylon, because Babylon is broken up into 10 regions. But us here in Missouri, we are FEMA region number 7, which consists of Idaho, Missouri, not Idaho, I think that's Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska. Okay, we are FEMA region number 7. You better believe it's camps out here, especially right here in Kansas City. Shit, just like these old structural buildings, these old plants, a lot of them are decommissioned, but they still have the structures intact. You know what I'm saying? A lot of abandoned stores like Walmarts and Sam's Clubs. A lot of these buildings are going to be used as internment camps. Okay, then you got FEMA region number 5, which you have Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. FEMA region number 5. FEMA region number 6, you got New Mexico, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. Okay, then FEMA region 9, you have Nevada, you got Arizona, you got Cali. Okay, FEMA region number 8, you got Montana, you got New Hampshire, you got North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Utah, Colorado. FEMA region number 10, you got Alaska, Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. All right. Then FEMA region number 4, you have Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Florida. That's a huge region, man. And then, of course, FEMA region number 3, you have Philly, you have Vermont, you have D.C., okay? You got Maryland, you know, and the list goes on. So, yeah, man, this shit is getting ready to pop off, okay? And like I said, I wanted to play that video, but I'm not going to play it, you know, for particular purposes. And yesterday while I was on the highway, I was recording, and damn, I just closed out my pictures, but I saw a tank. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that that's just a sound of alarm, but tanks have been rolling through Kansas City for the last fucking 10 years or so, 11 years, and you've been seeing them being housed in freight trains, etc. Because even out in Grandview, Missouri, I believe it was like a little small military base out that way. So we're all surrounded by military, especially being right in the Midwest. Okay, so this is the book of Jeremiah 15:1. It says, "Then says Yahweh unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards his people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. Okay. And Moses and Samuel represents the prophets and the laws. Okay. The Lord sent the commandment. He gave us the commandments through Moses on which to keep, how to act towards our fellow Israelite neighbor, and Samuel the prophets, man. So the prophets have come to the men of the Lord even today. Okay. We come in a lot of the ancient men of the Lord out of the order of what do they call the priesthoods of Aaron, or the order of Aaron, the priesthood. But then you got Samuel, you got Moses. Okay, you got the order of the prophets: Obadiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Isaiah, Nahum, Habakkuk. Yahushua himself was a prophet, the ultimate prophet. Okay, because Yahushua put his spirit on each and every last one of these men to foretell the downfall of these kingdoms, including us. The spirit is on us to do the same thing. So technically Moses and Samuel are standing before you now. Okay, it says, yet my mind cannot be towards this people. So cast them out of my sight and let them go forth, man. So the Most High is tired of dealing with Jake, with your folly. And this is why he's getting ready to let all this unfathomable evil unleash on the planet Earth, man. Because the Lord is sick of your bullshit, man. And it says, and it should come to pass that if they say unto thee, whither should we go forth? Then thou should tell them, thus says the Lord, such are for death to death, and such are for the sword to the sword, and such are for the famine to the famine, and such are for the captivity to the captivity. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, says the Lord: the sword to slay, the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy, man. Okay, you got the beasts, you got these wild creatures, okay, these particular hybrids that they're creating in laboratories somewhere, or like laboratory. You got the heathens are known as beasts, okay, because not only do you have Israelites coming over here from like Venezuela, which are Jakes, but they still coming in the mindset of beasts too. The mannerisms, because a lot of them are under the guisemanship of the heathen. And a lot of them are coming over here to get judged, and some of them are coming over here to be delivered. And you got Esau Edom, which is the ultimate beast, okay? Because the scriptures say that out of all the beasts of the field, the serpent was the most subtle one. He was the most cunning one out of all the beasts. And it says, and I will port over them. No, and it says, and I will cause them to be removed in all the kingdoms of the earth, because of Manasseh, the son of Hezekiah, king of Judah, for which he did in Jerusalem, okay, which is ancient prophecy, but this is for today too. All right. Next precept, Revelation 2, and I'm going to start at verses 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. For behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. He says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Okay, so, hey, prison, FEMA camps, jails, county jails, whatever. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these places are going to be used to house citizens and to correct the citizens of Babylon, because they're speaking out against New World Order. And a lot of them are going to be accused of being infected with something, man. And this is the reason why Esau Edom wants to justify what he's doing in the earth, man. Okay? New York City appeal on quarantines, which of course they're going to lie about it. But you mean to tell me that a fucking devil like this is not with it? Of course he is. You know. And I will watch this, but like I said, I don't know what they're gonna say. I don't know if they're gonna mention the C-19, but you brothers get the gist of it. You know, get the gist of it. You guys understand. I even believe Redacted even went into it, and they get a lot of inside information, is because they're a bunch of insiders themselves. So you can't take this with a grain of salt, man. You know, I mean, though some of it can be just overly exaggerated, but we understand that the diabolical nature of Esau Edom and what he really wants to do. Those of us that's into know, you know. But anyway, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Kakadash. And with that, shalom and abba. Shalom.